So I'm here working on some defensive loads for 9 mil. Um, I figure I'd talk about what all goes into actually doing some 9 mil and if it's practical for most people to do. I'll just go ahead and tell you straight out of the gate. That's up to you. Um, I don't think it's practical to do full metal jackets. Just saying. However, I will be doing some because I went and bought some full metal jackets. And I'm gonna use them. So yeah, it doesn't really save me much in the amount that I'll be making. It could save me a little bit, but I figured I'd take the time to go over what all is needed in terms of dies and things you could do. So this is just the normal Hornady 9 mil with the taper crimp. However, I don't use their taper crimp die. So here's my setting for my sizing and depriming die. Standard setup, nothing crazy, right? So that would be, well, I guess step by step. We're cleaning the brass, right? We're running everything through the tumbler, through the sonic cleaner, through however you clean your stuff. And then I'll kind of go step by step through sizing, depriming, expansion, and oh, I don't always trim my 9 mil. Sometimes I do if I notice it being really long. With how small the tolerance is on some of this, you kind of notice it when it's out of spec by looking at it. Kind of in the same way you notice that you're holding a 380 case instead of a 9 mil. It's kind of similar. So I actually think I've trimmed a 9 mil case a handful of times, not even much. Anyways, and then once those are done, I'll typically go ahead and just do this while I'm there. Then I'll prime it. If I'm on my progressive press, I prime it through there. Sometimes I do it hand loaded, like right now, where we're having some issues. So I'm in my office reloading. This is actually a single stage press right here. And then I have my powder charge right here. Progressive press will be up soon, but here's my seating die. It does not have the taper crimp set. I just use it for seating. I'm sure it's not totally backed off for the taper, but I don't use it for a taper die or taper crimp. I have this guy, which is obviously not Hornady because it doesn't have the Hornady lock rings, whatever they call them. This is from Redding. I believe it's Redding. Yeah. This is the Redding taper crimp die. Very simple, very straightforward. It's a tapered cylinder inside. So wider on this end, tighter on this end. You just crank it down until you're happy with where the tapers are, and then you lock the ring. Very simple. I really like it. Then we confirm some of those with this guy. This is from RCBS. There you go. You can kind of see it. I believe this is made of brass. That just looks like brass, but I'm pretty sure it's made of brass. So this is going to be your gauge, right? I think this isn't quite as fancy as some of the other ones, but it works, right? To anyone who doesn't know, for the ultra noobs. So here's a finished defensive load. So that goes in. It should sit flush. It does. And then when I flip it over, it should just fall freely. Yay. It's great. That's all it does. If it doesn't sit flush here, if the bullet goes beyond this, this is set for the max length. There you go. Cartridge overall length is what that means if you didn't know. If it goes beyond that, which typically you won't have to worry about with hollow points, because, you know, they're flat, then Try again, pretty much. So that's what this does. It does 3 things. If it doesn't sit flush, then you either have a bad taper or you don't have a crimp, and sometimes even then it'll seat with a crimp, actually most of the time. Or your case is too long, right? It won't fit. It'll tell you overall length, if it'll fit, and then if it slides out, that's going to be your taper, making sure you actually have it tapered right and it's not kind of holding on to the edge still, and it's, you know, out like that. So, boom. I'm sure a ton of other people have different options and different things that they do, but that's how I run 9 mils. If you're interested in some other um, loads and just a quick rundown, let me know. I don't do anything crazy. I kind of just do what I shoot. So I'm doing a lot of 9 mil and a lot of 223 or 556. But that's where all of my defensive loads come from. And yes, I do make a lot of defensive loads. Woo. But if you're curious in anything else having to do with reloading, let me know. Maybe I'll start doing more reloading videos. I don't really do it. I think it made one before. Just leave a comment if you like it or like the video. Thanks for watching, guys.